Alright, we have UFC Fight Night 257, Walker versus Mingyang, picks and bets. We are in Shanghai, China. We have a sweet little citrus rush Monaco, so we're locked and loaded, ready to get into the picks. First, here we go. We get all the fun names. First we have Urain Bodov versus Dair Nogaza. I know I didn't say those right. That means we shouldn't make the bet. If you can't say the names and they're not high level, don't make a bet. I made a pick, not a bet. Big difference, folks. You cannot just go in willy-nilly making bets if you can't even say their names. That's crazy. But I will have a pick for you guys. I don't know anything about these guys. I've watched them before. I don't remember. I didn't go back and rewatch them. So I'm just going to tell you who to pick, and hopefully it hits, right? Uran Salty Bodiev by decision. Just looking back on I looked back on a couple things. Who he's fought. Martin Boudet. Recent UFC heavyweight. They cut him. And then you look and you see they're both from Kyrgyzstan, different parts. He's younger. No, he's not. He's older. He's a little taller, a little bit longer reach. I'm just going with the physical stuff. He looks like he's in better shape. So we'll see how it goes. We got him by decision. Next, another one. Exo Long versus Su Young Yu. We are going with it's. You know it's bad when you actually don't even know who you picked. I think I picked. This is kind of a fun game. I think I picked Zui Exo Long by decision. There we go. Long by decision. It's going to be a long decision, folks. And that's who I picked. Exo Long, I think I had a reason for picking him. He's fought in one before. He beat Kwang Lee. He lost to Ho Lee Chang. He's decent. And then with his fight against Su Young Yu, I'm just going off the physical alone. He's taller. He has a longer reach. He's younger. He's from China. So he has 3 advantages there. It's not a bad pick, but I just don't know these guys. I can't even tell you anything physically about them. So we move on. Xing Yi versus Weston Wilson. I know Weston Wilson because he trains with Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson. Very similar stance, except he's nowhere near as good. We like him and actually kind of hope that he wins, but I don't think he will. This other guy, Ziha, it seems like a pretty good prospect. He has some submissions, decisions, a KO loss. He's been knocked out before. I think he's probably going to win. I don't know how. I don't know his style. I guess he's never fought him. No, he lost to Gabriel Santos in the UFC. We got Wilson over here. I like him. I'm rooting for him. He actually got an armbar last year versus Jeka Sergey, and then he's got knocked out versus John Silva, which that's nothing bad. Joe Anderson Brito beat him, another ground and pound. But then he's getting some subs on the regional scene. Who knows what this guy is? Like, honestly, might as well do a flyer on Wilson because he's like a plus something underdog. Let's take a peek at that. Weston Wilson is a big dog, plus 750. Yeah, might as well, because you just never know with these new guys. So I have Xinghan by sub, but I don't know anything. I don't know this guy. Don't listen to me. Do what you want, but that's what we're going with. All right, we can get a little bit deeper now because we know Michel Pieta pretty well, and we know Kyle Dawkins, kind of. Michelle Pieta used to be a crazy, flashy, jump off the cage, backflip fighter that was so much fun to watch. Everybody's top 5 favorite fighter. That's not true, but he's exciting to watch. He's fun. But then the last 2 fights drove me crazy watching the once very exciting Michelle Pieta. The Boost Magomedov fight, he had moments, very little moments, but really just got outstruck, just stood there, watched, he was nervous. He just, I don't know, he's in his own head. And then before that, Anthony Hernandez just dragged him around, beat him up, and finally got the ground and pound, I think in the 4th, if 5th round, with 2:22 left. Crazy. He got a Gilly over Poterio. He got another sub over Michelle Lenjachuk. He could get a sub, honestly, but I think he'll get a knockout. Andre Petrosky gets a knockout. He got a decision over, in which he was pretty calm in that decision win over Santiago Ponzinibbio. Filio decision, Price decision, Chaos Williams decision. He was pretty calm there too. So, a decision for Pereira. I don't think of it as not too bad of an option, but Kyle Dawkins, let's take a peek at him real quick. Kyle Dawkins, him and his brother, Chris Dawkins, were kind of in and out of the UFC, kind of just getting knocked out. He got booted from the UFC after 2 losses via strikes, well, ground and pounded strikes. Eric Anders, Roman Dolidze, Jamie Pickett he beat Jamie Pickett by darts, but he sucks. No contest from Kevin Holland. Phil Haas lost decision. Stoltzov's decision win. Stoltzov, that's actually not too bad of a win back in 2020. Brandon Allen's good, but he lost to him. So he's not very good. He went out of the UFC and got some wins. He has power, he has length, I think. Let's see here, I haven't even looked at this. He's taller and longer than Pieta. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to keep talking about it. Pieta by knockout. We hope that he wins. We hope that he gets back on the winning ways. He's actually a pretty nice guy from Brazil. We like Michel. I spell my name the exact same way. No A. Look at that. I go by Michael, though. Alright. We don't have the right Jew here. We have the wrong Jew versus Austin Hubbard. Austin Hubbard once fought on the Ultimate Fighter. I swear he did. Show me. Show me, folks. Yep, right there. Ultimate Fighter. He won 2 fights by decision. Aaron McKenzie and Roosevelt Roberts. And then he's going to go in. He loses by triangle versus Karalabo. But then he beats Mikkel Fixlick. And then he loses in a split decision versus Anthony Hernandez, which is a pretty good loss considering. Malkel Madero's split decision loss. Rongju, though, I like the Rongju here. Rongju is pretty good striking. He beat Cody Steele. Everyone was up in arms about Cody Steele. Everyone loved Cody Steele, but then he loses. Chris Padilla, doctor stoppage, loss. Rear naked choke. This is back in 2024, not even in the UFC. We can look at 5'9", 5'10" for Hubbard, 71 inches on both sides for reach. One's fighting out of China, and the other one is fighting out of the beautiful city, one of the best cities in the world, Denver, Colorado, in the United States of America, folks. But the pick is easy. It is not the right Jew, it's the wrong Jew by decision. We move on. Ooh, highly debated, highly argued fight between 2 up-and-coming flyweights. We have Charles Energy Johnson versus Loner Kavanaugh, fighting out of England, London. Charles Johnson is an experienced flyweight, fighting a lot of good talent. He lost his last fight by decision versus Ramazan Imov by decision. Somadarji by decision. He knocked out Joshua Van, the stud Joshua Van. Obviously, this was years ago. That was last year. Holy shit! I don't even remember that. That was over a year ago. Knocking out Joshua Van. That's impressive. Very impressive. Beating Jake Hadley as Maxim. He lost some decisions and he probably just got out wrestled. I don't remember. Rafael Estevam, he's good. Cody Durden, he's good. Custom made, he's not actually that good, but whatever. Ode Osborne, good striker, power, kind of. Losing to Jimmy Flick by ground and pound's bad. This is back in 2023. He lost to Muhammad Makayev. A lot of decisions. He fought and lost to Brandon Royval. He has good. I'm just trying to show you guys the experience of this guy. Carlos Hernandez back a long time ago, for whatever that's worth. I don't even think I know who Carlos Hernandez is. Oof, geesh. But then we go and we look at Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is a younger guy. He's 9-0. Very, very good fighter. Is he 9-0? Please, God, fucking tell me he's 9-0. Yep, 9-0. He beat Felipe Dos Santos, Jose Ochoa. Jose Ochoa is going to be good. He's fought a lot of prospects, a lot of who the fuck are they, you know. So he doesn't have a lot of experience. He's good body. He looks strong, but he's pretty short. This is what made me kind of make my decision. You look at Charles Johnson fighting out of 3 fucking gyms. That's crazy. He's 5'9" to the 5'4" Kavanaugh. He's 3-inch reach advantage with 70/67. So my pick is the one and only Charles Energy Johnson, and that is an underdog, folks. They're putting a lot of hope on the up-and-comer here. All right, Gage Young versus Hasair Mahecha. I'm gonna get that name, I swear. I know I'm saying it wrong, guys. We're going with Maheshate. So first we're going to talk about the Gage Young. A lot of people like Gage Young, too. He lost to Evan Elders in his last fight. Quinlan Salkill beat him. He did beat Eric Grant between those 2 losses. The only thing that I'm going to bring up actually about Gage Young, why I'm kind of picking against him, folks, is because he armbarred Bobby Lee. What the fuck? You don't like Bad Friends, Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee, you're just going to be like, oh yeah, you can armbar Bobby Lee, go for it. No, man, fuck that. Gage Young, you're a bully. Look at you, you're a lot bigger. I do like his Tapology picture, though. There's some kind of hot brunette in the background standing on the side of the cage. She's doing her hair and he's flexing. That might be his girlfriend, we hope. We don't know, though. It could just be some random girl. Alright, we keep going. We're going to go to the one-named machine is what I would call him. Maheshate. Oh, I think I got it. Maheshate. Fighting out of Xinjiang, China. I'm not going to read the whole name. That's crazy. He lost to Nicholas Mota. That's fine. Gabriel Benitez. I don't remember that fight, but he beat him. He lost to Vyacheslav Borshev, one of my favorite names to read. And then he lost to Rafa Garcia, but then he beat Steve Garcia, which is a great win. Steve Garcia, he knocked him out too. That's crazy. Counter right back in 2022. So I think the experience, let's actually look at let's go here real quick. We're going to look at, he is taller by a couple inches, and he has a 1-inch reach advantage. So I like him. He has the experience, the size, the reach. It's going to be a close fight. I have Maheshate by decision. We got to keep going here. Holy shit. Do you guys see that name? Tayalek Nourji versus Kiefer Crosby. Jeez Louise. These Asians are messing up my tongue. Well, we all kind of know the story of Kiefer Crosby fighting out of Ireland. His nickname is BDK. I don't even know what the hell that is. Dublin, Ireland. Dublin, Ireland's own BDK. He fought in Bellator a couple years. He got submitted in his last fight versus Sam Patterson. And then he also got subbed by Kevin Doucet. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. We all know who's going to win. It is the dude that I can't even pronounce his name, Nuraja. He's going to win by knockout. We got to keep moving. Sumadarji versus Kevin Borjas. I like this fight. I think it's going to be a fun fight. A lot of people like Sumadarji. Let's just kind of go through him real quick. The Tibetan Eagle. That's crazy. 17-7 is his record. The Tibetan Eagle out of Sikya, China. He trains in the U.S. He beat Mitch Raposo in a split decision. Mitch Raposo is not that good. He lost to Charles Johnson. He lost to Tim Elliott. He lost to Matt Schnell. I know he likes to play on the ground a lot. We have Kevin Burrows, which is kind of the opposite. He's a striker. These both are obviously flyweights. Sumadarji does have the reach advantage and the height advantage, but I don't think that's going to matter. I think as long as Kevin Borjas can keep it off the ground and box him up, I do think there is a chance for him to win. He's also an underdog. He beat Rodriguez back in March. For some reason I thought he fought on the Sphere, but I'm wrong. He lost to Alessandro Costa and Joshua Van in a decision, though. He just has better experience, and he's a really good boxer. He's from Peru. We're going to represent Algala Negro, Negro, that's his nickname, Kevin Borjas. By decision. Keep it moving. Come on. Sergio Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Where is Waldo? I don't know. He might be found in a grave pretty soon because he's fighting the scary, huge Russian, the one and only Sergey Pavlovich. Now, Sergey Pavlovich is scary. He fights from Russia. He's fought some high-level competition. He won a very boring but impressive decision over Johanna Rosenstruck. He had a bad fight versus Volkov. He got knocked out versus Aspinall, even though he did quit Aspinall, folks. People like to forget that. And then before that, he had a huge tear of wins. He had a 6-fight win streak, beating Marcelo Dome, don't know who that is, Mauricio Green in the PFL, Shizmil Adorakov, don't know who the hell that is, Derek Lewis, Taito Ibasa, Curtis Blades, all mid to decent heavyweights. Taito Ibasa not so much, but it was still a fight. He lost to obviously those two, and now he's fighting Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta is actually, we'll get to that in a minute. He's on a pretty good win streak, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 win streak, beating Sergey Spivak, decision, Ryan Spanton, strikes, Robelis de Spain, boring decision laid on him, mocking the legend Andrei Arlovsky, kicking him in the leg and winning a fight, and knocking out Lucas Bretsky, which, whatever. He lost to Marco Rodrigo de Lepa, or whatever his name is, in a decision, which I think he just got wrestled. But then we look at the differential. Pavlovich, shorter by an inch, a lot bigger reach, 84-78. A lot of people are picking Pavlovich. I like Pavlovich. I like Pavlovich by knockout. I would even say Pavlovich by second round knockout. People say he's not that kind of guy, the second round knockout kind of guy, but I think Waldo Cortez will kind of run away for 5 minutes and then finally get caught. Waldo Cortez, I talk a lot of crap on him, but he does have that weird baseball right that he likes to throw. He has good movement. He has some takedowns. He has good takedown defense. He's actually not a decent fighter, but not that bad of a fighter. Jesus Christ. But Sergio Pavlovich, Sergey Pavlovich, Jesus Christ. So much power, so strong, so big. I'm going with him. I hope that I don't stay awake. Oh yeah, I didn't even bring that up. This fight starts at 12 o'clock at night. This is crazy. 12 o'clock at night, this fight starts. Until 6 in the morning. It'll be like 4 in the morning and I'm watching this fight. On a Saturday. In China. Yeah, I hope you guys are going to fucking Panda Express tonight. So you can reheat your Chinese dinner. And watch Sergey Pavlovich fight Wado Cortez Acosta. Oof. Let me tell you what I've been feeling about this Aljamain Sterling fight. And this Brian Ortega fight. Obviously, we know Brian Ortega. Obviously, we know Aljamain Sterling. In the beginning of the week, and last week, I've been thinking a lot about Brian Ortega. And I'm thinking he's bigger. I'm thinking he has the ground game. He has some powerful boxing. When I say ground game, I mean jiu-jitsu, probably off his back. My thought was, striking-wise, it would be kind of hard for Aljo to get in there, but he would. There's going to be some times where he takes him down, but he'd be kind of hesitant. It would kind of be like a Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig, kind of like that, where Aljo's kind of forced to strike, and then he gets caught, just like he did with O'Malley. And then Brian Ortega is going to be the one catching him. And I think there was a good possibility of that happening before yesterday. Now, allegedly, well, not allegedly, the fight's going to be at 153, not 145, because Ortega allegedly couldn't make the fight, or couldn't make the weight. He exhausted himself, and he fell down. He went to the hospital. They had to make it a catch weight. I know everybody who's watching this, nobody who's watching this, saw him do the face-off, limping, looking like he's hungover, sick, like a dog. I just think he's either faking it and we're all fucked, or he's actually sick. They did move the weight. The only people that know are the UFC and his team and him. So who knows? I hope Aljamain Sterling isn't watching this. Not me, but, all of this drama about Brian Ortega, and it's like, oh, this is going to be an easy fight. No, Aljo, it's not going to be an easy fight. He's still going to fight, and you got to finish him. I think Aljamain Sterling has a lot of advantages, even before this whole weight miss problem. I think Aljamain Sterling should get on his back. I think Aljamain Sterling should sub him, or just like he did with TJ Dillashaw, get on top of him and ground and pound him. Because Ortega does know jiu-jitsu still, and he's going to be a little feeling better after that weight cut. And he's going to be a little bigger. Brian can do it, so it'll be crazy. We'll see. The story will come out after the fight. Sterling by knockout. Last one. This one's going to be quick, folks. Zhang Wei Li, Jesus Christ. Johnny Walker versus Mingyang. We know Johnny Walker, he has the chin, he has the losses. We've seen him get knocked out a lot of times. Mingyang, younger, he's in China. We kind of all know what this is. This is a setup for Mingyang. I think Johnny Walker has power. He's very athletic, very strong, tall. He has a chance to knock him out, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to get caught. I think he's going to get caught early. I think Mingyang by knockout is the pick. I think it's a bet. I think the odds suck. We all get that, but at the end of the day, put him in a parlay. Do what you want. I'm not sure. I am sure. Zhang, knockout. Let's go to the bets. Let's get this fucking thing done so I can upload it so I can go to the casino. Bets, straight money lines. Zhang, Walker, to go the distance. That's not true. To not go the distance. Son of a bitch. That is a fight to go the distance. No, it's not. Don't look at that. Zhang Walker to not go the distance. Oh no, it is. I'm retarded. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did do that. I don't think it's going to, but I think we have seen Walker just stand there for 5 rounds versus Thiago Santos back in the day. The guy that's scary as fuck with the goddamn hammer tattooed on his chest, the Thor hammer tattooed on his chest. And if you're going to go 5 rounds with him, you could go 5 rounds with Zhang. I don't think it's going to happen, but at plus 700, throw $5 on it. What is it going to hurt? Here's another one that you could throw $5 to $10 on, Sterling by knockout. If it's true, Ortega is hurt already and is depleted and is walking like how he was, and he's not faking, this is real. I don't think he's going to sub him, like I just said, because the jiu-jitsu skills of one Ortega, but I do believe Sterling can get on top and just start punching, the ref will jump in. Plus 500, throw like $5 or $10 on it. Sterling Ortega fight not to go the distance, there we go. Minus 140, I really like that one because I know Sterling doesn't get a lot of finishes. Ortega has some, but not a lot. I just think with Ortega, man, there's something that did not look right about him. And that leads me to the next thing, Ortega under 6'1.5". Even if he's okay, Sterling could definitely take him down, hold him down for 25 minutes. Ortega's just throwing those punches over his shoulder, trying to hit Sterling, not actually significant strikes. Sterling's just holding him down for 25 minutes, or even gets on top and knocks him out, or gets his back and subs him in the first or second round. I like that minus 115. I like that a lot. Pavlovich by knockout. We talked about it. Pavlovich has the power. Pavlovich has the reach. Pavlovich has the experience. Where's Waldo? I don't know, and I don't want to find him. Borjas, money line. It's plus 140. I like it. I forgot to put a plus mark right fucking there. Pretend there's a plus mark there, folks. I'm retarded. Johnson, money line. I like his experience and his size advantage. As long as he doesn't get held down for 3 rounds like I think he's going to. I like that bet. Pereira by knockout. Pereira by knockout, sorry. Michelle Pereira. I think that just because Kyle Dawkins is a scrub and so is Chris Dawkins. And Pereira has fought better experience fighters, and I just like him, and I hope he gets back. And also Dawkins, we had a fight not to go the distance, minus 180. Throw a little bit on that. It could go the decision. There's actually, Vieta does have some decisions, so scary, but don't go crazy on these. We don't like this China card at all. Let's do a couple parlays and get the fuck out of here. Parlays, parlay, 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 parlay. Parlay, Zhang, Sterling, Anoja, minus 113. That's the one that you're going to put money on, for sure. Zhang, Sterling, Naja, Pavlovich, Rongju, plus 241. That's the one you do half of what you did on the first one. Pereira by knockout, Rongju by decision, Sterling by moneyline, plus 351. That's the one that you do half of the half. So there's parlay 1, parlay 2, parlay 3. Parlay 3 should be half of parlay 2. Parlay 2 should be half of parlay 1. Parlay 1 should be the dirtiest money you have in your pocket. Fucking lay the line. Okay, this is my UFC, whatever the fuck, China card. Zhang versus Walker. If Walker gets knocked out again, does he get cut? Who the fuck are they going to give Johnny Walker to actually beat? Do we see a co-promotion PFL versus UFC, Johnny Walker versus somebody that he can actually beat? Zhang with this win, where does he go if he wins? Is Ortega faking? Am I getting fucked? Are any of these Chinese fighters actually worth staying up for? There's so many questions. Is Rongju the real Rongju? Or is he the right Jew? I hope he's the right Jew. ZHU. Alright, we are ending this video. Thank you very much for nobody watching at all. I'm talking to myself. I'm going to go to the casino and have a good night.